a diva, but when you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to Memorial Stadium, Lincoln, Nebraska, and home of the Cornhuskers. As we'll see the national champions from last year, the Maryland Terrapins, taking on the 22nd ranked team in the land, the Nebraska Cornhuskers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Cornhuskers will put total leather and we'll get started. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So Maryland's offense will have the football first. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. From the gun, running back gets to give. Getting that push, a pickup of 4 out to the 26. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35. The Terrapins are in the hurry-up.
Well, the defense makes the tackle. They give up the first down. They've now got to communicate the next play call. They can't substitute because the offense is going fast.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Wants to throw. It's Dyer. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. The black shirts looking to this crowd, and they are delivering energy on this big third down. Trying to make magic on the... There he goes. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance. And the Terrapins are rolling down the field. Got a man. It's Pringle. All right, guys, let's talk a little Maryland. At this point in the season, you're probably in if the playoff starts today. But it doesn't. A long way to go, and the margins will be extra thin from here on out.
No, because if the season ended today, you're basically right on the cusp outside of the top 5, so you need to keep winning. You need to keep the intensity up, playing with a sense of urgency for the second half of the season, David. I think that's a massive key for this team.
Man, it's so hard with young kids, 17, 18, 19, 20 years old, to get them to continue to focus on the game in and game out. Not the rankings, not down the road. That'll be the challenge down the stretch.
Well, you love to see this on the first drive of the game, right? Third down, go back to the old faithful, the slant pass, something you put in on day 1 install back in spring practice. Executed perfectly, keep this drive alive.
To the air on 2nd down. Grab near the sticks. It's White. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. First down in the red zone, and this crowd imploring its defense to stand firm. They just keep firing. Under fire. Hit as he throws. Intercepted. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
That is the perfect start for a defense that has really struggled against the pass this season. They're in the bottom portion, okay? Have struggled, but opening drive, making a statement. Maybe this creates some momentum. Maybe this turns the tide for this defense.
Picked up some yardage with that completion. Now 2nd down. Quick release by the QB. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Reads it, fires complete. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
Got his man downfield. Number 35 is open. Powers through. Racing down the left side. Touchdown, Cornhuskers. Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house. They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver.
And here's a fumble well behind the line. Defense trying to take it back. Touchdown, Huskers! And they turn it into a defensive score.
Now, defenses are always trying to force turnovers to get the ball back to their offense, make those big plays. You know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you force the turnover, the pill hits the ground, you scoop it up, and you take it all the way back to the house. Huge play for this defense.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Looking to pass, it's Dyer. Fires to the big fella. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain, but makes life really easy on me on second down.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Throws for the tight end. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited. Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Finds the tight end. He stopped at the 48, a pickup of 10 on the play.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Pulls it in. It's White. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. The Terrapins with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Inside the 30. Oh, he's got some space. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Maryland! There's a reason they call this dude a big playmaker. Moments just like that one.
Big-time playmaker. Can make plays all over the field from all different spots. That's why you got to find ways to give him touches as much as possible, because he'll make it happen.
And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. They just cut into this deficit, and now they're trying to get the ball back early with an onside kick. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to crawl on it. He'll be forced out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, and they'll mark him down at the 28. This offense has it with really good field position. He'll start this drive firing. Got his man. And he was able to shed a tackle and pick up the first down before they finally get him on the ground. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. To the air on first down. They're working that left side. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat lines. They flipped into the field, and we're ready to play. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Back to pass. Under fire. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. Now looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And now the lead is even bigger.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He's brought down at the 16, would have been much better off to take the touchback. Maryland has the ball back, and the Terrapin offense ready to go. That deficit has now grown to double digits, down 17-7 as they start this drive. He's got it. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. They'll run the toss. Creates a little space. Breaks into the open. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. And the Terrapins, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. The give to the back. Still running at the 40. Turning on the Jets. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Terrapins!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Perfect execution on the onside kick. And how about the kicker? He makes sure that ball skips a couple times before popping up into the air and allowing his players to go get underneath it.
Oh, they're after him. Finds his man. It's Pringle. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. Pass completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Got room to work. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Maryland!
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And you don't see a lot of these. You don't see a lot of onside kicks earlier in the game, especially in the second quarter. You still feel each other out. You're still getting into the game. You don't want to give away that momentum, but that's exactly what they did by failing on that onside kick.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning his one-on-one and forcing the negative play.
Leaves it with the back. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. And the running game has been going in the wrong direction. They'll try to get their first positive play of the drive here on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Here's the pressure. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. The Huskers will send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Fair catch is made, and they'll mark it at the 19. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Looking for a man. It's Dyer. Complete to the left. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Quarterback may change this route. Wants to go up top on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. Got it. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. On the direct snap, it's Pringle. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. After getting knocked back, it's second and goal from the 4. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Third and goal, and let's see if they can even operate in this noise. From the gun, wants to pass. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Terps! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
Third and goal situation, and as a quarterback, you're thinking, I got to find Mr. Dependable. Who is that? It's always the tight end. He does a nice job on the route. He's a really big target. That was a smart decision by the quarterback, and it ends up being a touchdown. But we're only in the first half, and I don't think anybody had onside kick in the second quarter on their bingo card. They were trying to catch the opponent off guard, but it didn't work. Now let's find out what this offense can do. You have got to make them pay for gambling like that.
No reason. In a big rush, they have some time here late in the half. They think there's room to run to the right here. He was looking for some place to put his foot in the ground, but the defense was everywhere, and he's knocked down behind the line. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Looking to fire. Quickly out to the tight end. Turning it on. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels. Ball spotted at the 27. It's first and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Just a short pass to the tight end. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Wants to go up top. Pressure coming. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often.
And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. And they're running out the kicker to give it a try. He says he can kick one from 75, but here he's going to need just 58 of them. And it's good from 58 yards out. So they put the field goal on the board and about to kick it away, and hoping that'll be the final points of this first half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Rolling right and going deep. And the DB making a huge play, knocking it away downfield.
That's just a better job by the defender. He knew he was going to get challenged in this game. He knew these receivers had speed and they were going to test him. Nice job by that DB knocking it away.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Quarterback making adjustments. To the air, it's Dyer. This time he's got it. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. Third down, and the Husker faithful getting loud, trying to make moving the chains impossible. Didn't get much, picked up a yard, and that will leave them with 4th and 2. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. The offense in its own end still needing a couple of yards for the first down, but they'll stay out there and go for it on 4th. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Big man has it. It's a first down and more. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. What an unfortunate penalty there. They thought they'd converted the fourth down. Instead, they'll have to try it again. No signs of any kind of kickers. They'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. On fourth down, going to the air. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And they can't connect, and the gamble does not work out.
Aggressive. You want to be aggressive. You want to take chances, and you tell your team about it all week, and you come out and you get an opportunity in the first half to go for it on fourth down. You
Deep shot for the end zone. And he needed a little bit wider field as that one falls out of bounds.
I know the offense came into this game expecting to have some success throwing the football, and right after getting a takeaway right outside of the red zone, they try to do just that. The one-on-one matchups are going to be there in this game. That time, though, the defense did a better job making a play, forcing the incompletion.
Back to throw, time running short in the half. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
And what a drive this has been so far by the defense. Of course, they're in their own end of the field. They're sort of in that fringe area, and they forced 2 straight incompletions. If they could force another one right here, it'd make it really tough on their opponent to kick a field goal.
Didn't have anything working and just had to throw it away on third down. So here comes the field goal unit. They've been doing work today. They've already made a couple. He needs to make sure those mechanics are pure from the right hash and 40 yards away. It's good. That'll cut this lead down to 5.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
So they get the field goal, now about to kick it away, and you get a stop here, and you go to halftime feeling really good about things. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. The toss to the outside. Sweet cut there. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Dropping back, it's Dyer. Makes the grab, it's Markway. He'll get it up to the 39 before he's run out of bounds, and this offense just patiently, methodically trying to do work. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Quarterback making checks. Wants to throw on first down. He fires to the left side. And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. After the 5-yard step off, 1st and 15 for this offense. He's looking to pass. He'll take a shot. Touchdown, Maryland! They went for it all, and it paid off with the score.
And I love this offense, man. Staying aggressive. Just because you got the lead, you know people can score points in bunches. This offense keeps the foot on the accelerator, scores again on the final play. Now this offense has even more of a cushion going into halftime.
That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Man, a lot of ways to describe those first 2 quarters in Lincoln, but let's just go with notable. And we'd be remiss if we didn't start this halftime report by giving props to this superstar tight end. He's been almost, you know what, check that. He has been unguardable with that unusual blend of speed, size, hands, and route running. He is a pick-your-poison kind of player. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Memorial Stadium.
They want to get the ball back right now, lining up for an onside kick to start the second half. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions. The coaching staff met in at half.
There he goes! All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down. And the Huskers racing to the line in the hurry-up.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. The Cornhuskers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Back to pass. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. This kicker's leg is getting a workout. He's already made 3 field goals, and here he comes again. What a disappointment. No good. After the missed field goal, it is still a 12-point game.
And that hurts, missing that field goal, especially when you're going up against a defense like this. One of the best in the entire country. You have got to be able to come away with points when you have opportunities.
Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. The hand to the running back. They stop him cold. Maybe gets a yard to the 34. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Dropping back, it's Dyer. Unloads it downfield. He caught it. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Terrapins! They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But, Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a higher level.
Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this 3rd down, or else they are really in trouble. Gets the back moving. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Intercepted. Taking it the other way. Past the 20. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Maryland! The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick 6.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too, now. Look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception, and you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back, brother.
The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. That last pick six after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean, such a big play. I mean, they gave up some yards but did what they're supposed to do. Now, Jesse, this offense has to put a drive together.
Yeah, they have to recapture some momentum here. What they can't do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Looking to fire. That's caught. It's Nelson. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Well, nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the 3rd down manageable. Really
strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. The Huskers line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Fair catch is made, and they'll mark it at the 19. Maryland has the ball back, and the Terrapin offense ready to go. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change a thing, Palmer. They've done what they wanted in the first half and starting off the second half in the same fashion.
And I like how they're letting different guys get involved, too. They've got so many different playmakers all over the field.
Back to pass, it's Dyer. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. And it'll be incomplete. He got on the move trying to make something happen, but just couldn't find a man. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. They had the big play to start the drive, but a couple of misfires now leaves us with 3rd and 10. He'll set up to throw. He fires one deep down the right side. He's got it along the sideline. Touchdown, Terrapins! He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
Each and every week, I think this coaching staff does such a good job of scheming ways to get this guy the football in the passing game, and defenses can't cover him. With that last catch, this now his 10th receiving touchdown on the season.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. After scoring that touchdown, they'll try to get it right back with an onside kick. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for in a position to get points right away. Now, let's...
Oh, he's got some space. Runs it all the way down, almost to the 10. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 12.
Yeah, I tell you what, I'm always keeping track as a defensive coordinator of where they're running the football. You can see they ran it to the right. Do they like this matchup? Is the right side of their offensive line really good? I'm going to be paying attention to that because that's a big gain. I got to make sure I shut this down the next time they run it.
Quarterback on the keeper. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
Grabbed in the middle, it's Parker. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
You know, and that's why this guy can play first, second, and third down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive rip off some nice runs, but he can catch the football as well. And they're going to find ways to get him going in all sorts of ways, but you're seeing it specifically on this drive.
Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4. So here comes the field goal unit once again. They've already kicked 3 tonight. Never a doubt. But now there's a penalty marker on the field. Let's see what that's about. This could turn out to be a huge penalty. Thought they were going to have to settle for 3, and now the offense back on the field with a chance for more. And the Huskers line it up with a 1st and goal.
Get set, get set.
From the gun, give on the inside. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of pay dirt. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Motion from the wide receiver. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
Man, it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. Be interested to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. Direct snap. It's Pringle. And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the 3rd. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. As we enter the 4th quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. To the air, it's Dyer. Here's a heat. Catch in the middle, it's Markway. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down. The Terrapins want to crank the tempo.
Well, I love play callers that want to stay aggressive, regardless of what the score is, regardless how much time is left on the clock. And I promise you this, there are a lot of fans, there are a lot of teams all across college football that are paying attention to what is happening right now.
And he's brought down, but a flag is also down. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Line gets set, 1st down. The give to the back. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. He might want another play. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Bring in the heat. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
Man, getting to this quarterback is pivotal. You saw it last drive, way too much time. They score a touchdown. Nice job on 2nd down. Anticipating the pass, playing the pass, getting the sack, and now forcing a different.
Gashing the D on the right. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a 1st down. And the Terrapins are moving quickly down the field. Now from inside the red zone. Fakes the grab on the left. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Grabbed over the middle. It's White. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. The Terrapins didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Maryland! With that last score, things comfortable here in the 4th as they are headed to a 7-1 record.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called, guys, offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the 4th quarter.
The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Back to throw, it's Everett. And his first pass is incomplete. It's tough to come in and fire one early. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Clark. Breaks into the open. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Nebraska!
And this has been a rough day for this offense, and finally, some good things to happen. Build some momentum maybe for the future. You know, that's the way the coaches spin it when you're getting beat up and you're getting destroyed. Like, listen, let's find something for the future. Let's keep fighting. Let's keep working. This team's done that, put some points on the board, so it's not all bad.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, you know, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. Snuffed out behind the line of scrimmage, and we have not seen much of that. What a day he's had so far. He wants to change this route. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Spits it out to the back. Caught near the sticks. It's Pringle. Love to see these 3rd down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. And the Terrapins in the hurry-up.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Offense gets set for 2nd down. They'll go to the toss. Nice move to pick up yardage. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. Got a lot of room to the right. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
David, this guy's showing us everything he's got in his toolbox. Between the tackles, running outside, the elusiveness, the vision, the speed, the patience, and with that home run, now has over 200 yards rushing in this game.
And there's nothing more frustrating than a guy that just keeps coming and keeps coming. They keep feeding him, and he keeps breaking tackles. He keeps making big plays. This defense has had absolutely no answer for that stud.
Off the play fake on 1st down. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. The Cornhuskers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Looking downfield, it's Everett. And he feels the heat coming and it burns him up. Another sack. The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. He's taking a deep shot. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. First snap of this drive comes from their own 44. Toss sweep to the right. Stopped behind the line of scrimmage, and that is a rare sight for this defense today against this guy. The Terrapins trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. With the catch, it's Pringle. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40. So they're closing in on a solid top 25 win for the resume, in addition to holding off any thoughts of an upset.
Well, they were very anxious and eager, too, to make it.
Lots of running room. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me or I should get conserved, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
Fires it incomplete.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready.
Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. Now 3rd and long, and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. The Huskers will try to pin them back with the punt. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He makes a fair catch, couple of steps inside his own 25 at the 23-yard line. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. Back to throw, it's Chubb. Rushes on him. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
So now it's 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming. Offense in a bunch formation. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Basic connection. And oh no, he loses the ball at the end of the run. It's as if that ball had a magnet going back to the offense. How in the world did they keep it? And the Terrapins will snap it on 1st and 10. Making side adjustments here. Looking to throw on 1st down. Pocket breaking down. And he's got it inside the 20. Timeout on the field and 4 ticks left to go. One more play to pad the stats. Looking to throw on 1st down. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Looking for the score. He's got it in the end zone for another touchdown, and this is a full-fledged beatdown. Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to dispel that notion.
They were playing angry today, and I know talking to some of their players, David, coming into this game, they felt like they were being disrespected. A lot of people thought their opponent might get them today, so they took this opportunity to make a statement and make an example out of their opponent.
And those are fun moments in the locker room, aren't they, Jesse? Like, everybody's doubting us. Nobody thinks we can win. It's really easy to motivate that type of squad. They played motivated. They played a little ticked off. I'm here for it.